So on page 242, they're talking about what are mentats. And mentats in this book are people who are trained in logic and philosophy. They're supposed to be the best thinkers, the best people with the best judgment, and the best analyzers of data to come up with some kind of solution or direction of what to do, right? Which are very rare to find today, by the way. I don't think really have people like that today so much. And the quote says, the way to control and direct a mentat is through information, false results. So of course it's true, and I think that's happening a lot today. So we tend to think that the people with the position in society in which we need people with the best judgment and the best analysis of data is probably people in political positions. You could think of doctors as well, but people in political positions are the ones. The problem is that the source of political positions tend to be people who have no skills in it whatsoever. There's no such thing as a mentat in our society. There's no one that we train in judgment and philosophy and wisdom and then put him in a place to use those things. This doesn't happen. And I think where we do have people in those positions, they are being given false information. So I think modern ecology, for example, like the climate change stuff, I think we have scientists who are actually going beyond their mandate. And they're supposed to just be people who collect data. They're just collect and disseminate data is the role of a scientist. It's not supposed to be judgment. It's not supposed to be analysis of results. That's not their function. It's not what they're trained to do. But instead they do that. And I think what happens is that the people in those positions, so the politicians, for example, and the hearings and the Senate boards and whatever, the people who are bringing in those experts to testify, they are being given false information from these people, and then, of course, making bad decisions on them. So something like a mentat, I think, it reminds me of, if you've read Stranger in a Strange Land by Heinlein, the people, what do they call it? Something witness, I think. The people who wear the coats and then are expected to engage in fully objective judgment on something. We don't really have those in society. We're kind of stuck with democracy that elects basically the worst of us and have all kinds of other competing interests and take bribes and protect their friends in industry. And we don't really have someone who's clear and objective and distant from making good decisions, being able to make good decisions in those kind of important places, those roles in society which we might need one.